Hello everyone, it's Jira Bro back with another video, and this time we're gonna be doing the review of the issue templates application. This application is gonna save you a lot of time, especially when you're doing the bug reporting or when you're actually doing some other kind of reports. So this can really save you a lot of time, so you don't have to manually every time go into the description and copy paste the template that is already in there. You just create it and you just move on. I just want to make something clear in here. I'm not being sponsored by the vendor of this application. I stumbled upon this and I'm making this video because I believe that this app is going to be really useful for a lot of you guys. So it's named the issue templates. The app is totally free. You can find it on the marketplace. And once when you download it, you have this option in here to add a template. Now, since you already know, in Jira you have epics, you have stories, you have bugs, you have tasks and subtasks. So that is something that you have in Jira by the default. Now, the funny thing in here is, and something that is really good, when you create your own issue types, and when you create the issue type screen schemes, and when you create the issue type schemes, and when you tie everything together, you can even create a template that will pre-fill everything that is for the description field, because this is mostly focused on the description field when you have to write something out. Either is going to be a developer task, either is going to be developer task. This is actually a perfect example for product managers, right? Especially when you have to write a story. First, you write the use case, and when you write down the use case, you have to go to the introduction, and then you have to go through the acceptance criteria, and then you have to go with the design, right? So that is something that could be really frustrating. So what I'm going to do in here, I'm going to say product manager, and I'm going to say story. All right, story. I'm gonna save this template. All right, so there is something in here that is required. Okay, this is the issue description. So without this, you can't do anything. So first of all, what I'm going to be doing, instead of having the normal text, I'm going to have a heading in here. I'm going to say this is going to be my introduction, and within the introduction, I'm going to say acceptance criteria. In short, this is everything that developer needs to complete in order for this story to be validated. Now, there are actually some rules in writing the acceptance criteria. Usually it consists of a couple of steps that need to be taken, and is recommended for these steps to be numbered. Why? Because QA can actually take a look at this and they can test one by one, and on the daily stand-ups they can reference and they can say, hey, I stumbled upon the bug on the step of 1B, 1C, or something like that. So you can say like acceptance criteria, la la la, and you can say 1, and you can say number 2 and number 3, and etc. And when you're finished with that, the last thing that is needed for a ticket to actually be relevant is going to be, well, this one. In introduction, the use case goes. All right. So I'm gonna save this template, and this is how it works. Now, so you need to assign this to your project, right? So what we will be doing. All right, I'm going to assign this to my project, and I'm gonna go for the story. So this is gonna be for the issue type of story, and I'm gonna hit save. So I'm gonna save. Okay, right. So it already exists. Let me just see it and refresh it one more time, just to be sure. Yeah, it's in there. Now there's some actions, so you can actually edit this, delete this, or assign this to the project. Let's put this to the test because I want to test this out and I want to make sure that it actually works. Now let me go for a story. Alright, and as you can see, this is it. Within the description itself, it actually is something. So when I go for the summary, I'm gonna say, as a Jira admin, I want to revoke licenses. Sorry, I want to bulk revoke licenses of users so I can save time. There we go. So that is actually the use case. Yes, I know this is a bit about the product management lesson, and I understand, but this is how it goes for the user story. Now I can actually copy this and I can actually paste it in here. And for the acceptance criteria, before everything else in here, and I'm gonna say in order for this ticket to be validated, do the following, and then it goes. And for the design in here, I can go ahead and usually it's gonna be either Miro, is it going to be Figma, where there are some wireframes that actually needs to be inserted in here, and developers can actually reference to that wireframe and they can start developing. Alright, so then I can choose, of course, the priority. I can do this. I can do all of these things. I can also make some attachments, and I'm gonna hit on create, of course, and this is it. And when I see it in here, this is how it looks like. So it's pre-filled. So this is what the issue templates are actually doing, and you have no idea how much of time can actually save this for a lot of us. Even for Jira admins, maybe in business, it is required for Jira admins to actually, you know, write some tickets based on the problems that you're actually there encountering. I don't know how often this is going to happen. Not much, because most of the requests are actually being handled by the JSM projects, and you know, Jira admin only needs to look at the request and basically that's it. Rarely they're gonna write some tickets down. They can actually write some tickets. I mean, they can actually do the test tickets, and this is actually recommended to do before you hand the project to someone who was actually asking for that. It's recommended to create the test projects, and it's a good practice as well. So you should do that. And you can also, when you create the test project, you can actually also see if it works or if it doesn't work. Alright, so this was the video on the issue templates, and I recommend for you guys to actually install it. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video.